What's happening, Expeditioners? It's Peter here, founder of Expedition Money. What I want to talk to you today about is consultants at companies. So some of you may not work in a corporate environment in a main office, and this is really what I'm talking about here are corporate employees, the people that work in the ivory tower, run the big business here. And I have been in this situation a few times in my life, and one of the things that I have realized here is that not only having been a consultant early in my career and then working at companies that hire consultants are usually brought in to provide air cover to management to make hard decisions. And what I'm saying here is that if you see consultants come in, so if your management, your executive leadership goes out and hires a premier team of consultants, business management consultants, process consultants, then the writing is usually on the wall that there are going to be some cuts. Now, you might be saying, well, things are going well. We're actually making a decent amount of money. A lot of times the issue is not that the CEO doesn't know what business they want to be in or how they should strategically align themselves or how they should set up the company. It's that they're going to have to make some deep cuts, and hiring consultants who give them that information gives them air cover to make those cuts without making it seem like they are the ones doing it themselves. No CEO wants to cut people. No manager wants to cut people. No small business wants to cut employees. Believe me, I've been in that situation where we've run out of money and I had to let people go, or the company was laying people off and I was told to let people on my team go. So nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to be in that position. No one wants to have those conversations. And so nothing about that is attractive. And in fact, for the people that are going to remain at the business and then work under this leadership, they don't want to have to worry about, hey, is that leader going to cut us again? Is there going to be another round of layoffs? If that kind of mindset is around, it's going to be just cancerous to the culture. People are going to leave because they're not sure if the leader is going to get an itch to cut more people, or maybe they're going to run into more budget constraints and have to make some cuts. So what I think is a good signal that maybe you should look for a new job is management bringing in consultants to evaluate the business and give back some recommendations, because in many cases a consultant can come in, they don't have friends and long relationships with the employees, they don't know that this person a few years ago did something great for the company. They're looking at it totally emotionless as a third party from a neutral position and saying, hey, this is what you need to do. And a lot of times companies have just gotten so fat, especially when the prior years have been maybe very good. Companies have maybe hired a lot of people, maybe added on a little more fat than they should have. So my suggestion is that if you see the consultants come in, it's a good time to brush up your resume. Now, there are probably a couple different types of workers that will hear this message and have two different thoughts. And the reality is, if you're thinking, hey, I should jump ship, you actually probably should jump ship, and you probably realize your skills are transferable and there's a market for you, and so you are jumping ship because you know, hey, I can get a competitive salary somewhere else. Hey, maybe I can find a company that's a little more stable. Maybe I can kind of find a new role that is more perfectly suited to my talents. There's a second type of worker that says, I probably don't need to jump ship. I am irreplaceable. I am so important, the company would never let me go. They may lay off half the company, but I'll be in the top half. And ironically, it's those people that think they are safe that are probably the most likely to get cut. Because the people that are thinking about jumping ship, because they see the opportunities, are usually probably pretty good workers that have good networks and promote themselves pretty well, and so it's going to be easier for them to leave. Ironically, the company may be identifying them as the best contributors and hoping that they stay. And the people that are maybe lacking some self-awareness and think that they're safe are probably the ones that are least safe. So, if you've been thinking about making a job move or a company move and the consultants come in, it may be a great time to take a look at that. Hope that helps. See you later.